Hi guys, welcome back to Jungle Flowers Canada. My name is Grania and thanks for joining me. So today is part 3 of my plant tour. So in this tour we're going to cover my family room and my greenhouse. I hope you enjoy the video, so come along. Okay guys, so this is part 3 of my houseplant tour and this is my family room. So we'll start here with, this is my favorite little corner. So this is a piece of black walnut that I just refinished and hung here, and I got these pots from Amazon. And you can see I have 2 golden pothos and 1 lemon lime philodendron. They are so heavily root bound, guys, but I just love it so much that I'm going to play this one by ear and let's see how they turn out. And you can see that the only light they get is from my octopus light, as I call it. And I have some 5,000 Kelvin bulbs in there. And I think I do also have some of those $5 bulbs from Canadian Tire, you know, the grow light bulbs. Oh, sorry, I think I'm going a little out of focus there. Here we have my Sansevieria Bantel Sensation. Now guys, I have this 3 years and I always, you know, I know that it's a smaller plant than its counterpart. I can't think of the name of the larger one now. But this really doesn't grow very big for me, but I have seen bigger ones. But it doesn't have any natural light. Again, it just gets light from this bulb here. But I just think it is so pretty. And down here we have Penny. Say hi, Penny. You going to look up? No? You're going to say hi? Say hi to everyone. Here we have a begonia, I believe it's called a fedora or fedor. I'll check the name on that and I will put it up on the screen if I didn't get it right. Again, only gets light from here and you might be able to see that there's cobwebs in the corner. And I am not taking them down because they get those dastardly gnats. So I will clean them soon. But I'm just kind of like, you know what? I suffer from arthritis. I'm in a lot of pain these days and I'm like, worse things have happened than cobwebs. So here we have my Scindapsus exotica, and you can see here I have her now clipped up here on this bulkhead, and I'm hoping that the leaves will get bigger. This was a 1-leaf cutting that I started out with in 2018, and again it only gets light from here, so no natural light at all. Oh, and also there's one of these bulbs which actually isn't actually, there we go, that's better. Usually just shines on it also. Now over here we have my Scindapsus pictus. So I have a big one in my kitchen. You would have seen that in my last video, and you can see I also have this one going along here. I bought these clips from Amazon. If you see them, guys, don't bother buying them, they're garbage. So I am actually going to put little hooks up here, and I am going to put my, what is it called? My Cissus, is it this is the Cissus discolor? It's actually out here on my deck. Let me open the door. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to put my Cissus discolor. Sorry if you hear Kieran, I know he's watching a podcast. And I'm going to put my Cissus discolor there. Soon I'll be bringing all my plants in. So on here, so I bought, actually this was, I think it was probably a display unit, and I bought it from Vandermeer's. Well, actually my son had sent me money for, I think it was a Christmas gift that I had returned, so he bought it for me. And on here I have a philodendron Brazil. This was just a little, small little, what is it, like a 3-inch pot that I bought in Vandermeer's actually. This here is a begonia. Now, the begonias do like, I mean, they thrive if they have high humidity, and I do have a little humidifier here which I never turn on, so I might start turning on the humidity on this again. Here we have a Hoya Crimson Princess, and she used to be actually up there and she didn't do too badly, to be honest with you, but I have her down here now, and you can see underneath, oh, I don't have them on, let me put them on. Oh. So underneath there I also have 5,000 Kelvin puck lights. This here is a Peperomia Pixie that I kind of killed. I think I might be killing it again. am I overwatering it or watering it? I'm not sure. So I just took some cuttings and stuck them back in. But you can see it's starting to come back to life. Sorry guys, I don't seem to be focusing very well. But this is another peperomia. And this is doing very nicely here too. It actually was called Unknown. It didn't have a label on it. And that's actually been here quite a while. And it's doing... I think I've had that one since March, since I did my collab with Patrick from Patadendron when we did the terrariums. So that one's actually holding up very nicely. And down here I have this begonia. Now I've had this begonia for 3 years and I absolutely love it. And it's been neglected. It has been reduced to little stumps. I think I actually just watered this recently. But I just love it, and especially the new leaves. They're quite vibrant. This is another begonia. I'm not sure the name of this one either. That's a more recent purchase. I went on a little bit of a begonia kick there a while ago. And this one is doing nicely here. This one isn't as dependent on the humidity as the other one. And I did have a gorgeous one. What did I do with it? Maybe it died on me, did it? I had another one, was more of a lime green. I don't remember it dying, but I guess it must have. So down here I have another Birkin. This one's not doing too great because as I said, I have arthritis and I don't like to bend too much. I think I might have overwatered this, but we'll just leave it there and see what happens. And then that's just a Peru cutting that I just stuck there, just because. Here is probably one of my favorite common house plants, and it is the Domino Peace Lily. Now I just watered it because it was actually drooping today. Why can't I think of the name of the genus? Not Spathiphyllum, is it? I'm not sure. I can't remember at the moment. Don't mind me. The legs are going and the brain is going. So you can see there she has a flower. But I just love this plant. And this, because my deck is covered, this room gets very little light. But she does nicely. There's actually a new leaf coming out. Like, she does nicely here. She's quite happy. Once you keep her watered, she will behave herself. Here we have my ZZ Raven. And I just actually transplanted it. It was so root bound. And it is going away. Nice. He doesn't put out a lot of leaves, but it's, you know, I do love it. It's lovely. Okay, so in the corner here, I have my Sansevieria, and they're just regular. I can't remember the names of them. You know me. Actually, there's 3 different types in here. There's the one with the variegation. Then there's this one here. Or actually, maybe 2. And this here. But I just think it's so structural. And it gets no light, guys. This gets absolutely no light, but it doesn't die. It's not growing, but you know what? I just love it. I think it just really adds to this corner here. So now actually here, so I don't know if you saw my video where I made these wall hangings out of a Dollarama cutting board and a box. And then I just have 2 Marantha in them. I did have Philodendron Brazil in them, but the Brazil that I bought, I think it was diseased from the outset because I had split it into a couple of different plants and none of them have survived. So I put the Marantha here and they close up at night and they open up, not a bright area, but this is actually another ideal plant that can handle the lower light. And then we have my IKEA greenhouse. Okay, so this is the OG, guys. This is my first one. And I do have a video on how I set this up. So here we have a variegated string of hearts, and you see she's growing all the way down, and there's also another, we might as well catch the 2 of them. There's also another string of hearts in the back there, but she grows all the way down here. Now I will propagate her so that I can fill her out a bit, but for now she's happy with her life. Guys, disclaimer, I'm going to have to put the names up of these Hoyas because I don't know. I import Hoyas, as you all know. I never know the names of them. I just import them because I like them. And I will put the names up. Okay. So I have them in pon. This one actually lost all its leaves, but it's starting to get its leaves back. We'll just pop in there. So at the back, that is a Hoya Kerry Splash. And this one here is a new import, which I'll get the name of. Another new import. This is another string of hearts. And I buy these little bits of driftwood from Big Al's. It's an aquarium store, and I just like the touch they give to the cabinet. Now, this is my Houseplant, and I put it in pon, and you can see it's not doing well, but I did take it out of the pon, and I noticed that it's just starting to produce roots. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put it back in, and hopefully it's going to acclimate to it. And fingers crossed I don't lose it. I do have a little cutting downstairs as insurance, just in case. This is the Hoya acuta marginata, and Yes, Hoya acuta marginata, and you can see it had a lot of white leaves, but now it's putting out variegated leaves again. And in the back there is another new one, which again I don't know the name of, but I will put it up on the screen. This was purchased as the Hoya Croniana silver, and when I got it, the leaves were very silver. Can you see down there? And now, I have it 3 years, and it did nothing, like nothing, until this year. And now it's put out this new growth, and you can see I have it in pon with one of my DIY self-watering pots, which I actually need to top her up. But she's actually doing great now. She's throwing out lots of growth. So here's another Hoya Curtisii cutting. You can see she just trails down there. She's happy out. This is another one of the Hoya Carnosa Freckles, which isn't very freckly. I have it in soil, so I'm thinking I might put it into pon and see will it do better. Here is the Syngonium Wendlandii, and I have it in pon, and my friend Tatum gave me that little cutting. It was tiny, and it seems to be doing good. I have, let me just show you what I actually do here. So I have it in pon. I sealed off the bottom of these pots, and you can see there's a bit of sediment from the pon, and I just made them into little self-watering pots, and I just popped that in there. So that's pretty happy. Here's another one of my Hoyas that I don't know the name of. That one back there is actually a globulosa. Look, it's got a new leaf. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? This here is my Hoya obovata, and this, I've had this for 3 years, and it did absolutely nothing. I took a cutting of it and I had it in soil. It did nothing, and I stuck it into pon. Wait till you see this. Oops, let me move this baby over so I don't make a mess. Wait till you see this, guy, when I put her in pon. Look at the roots. Now, some of the pon had fallen through. Can you see there? Look at the roots on that. That's like not that long. What would we say? How long have I been using pon? 2 months maybe? And that's just gone crazy. That's my Crinkle 8, which also has put out new growth since I put it in pon. Is that a dying leaf, or is that? No. So that's also, and that I have that 3 years as well, and it put out nothing until I put it in pon. Here we have my Hoya linearis, and these are cuttings that I traded with one of you beautiful YouTubers, and I'm absolutely delighted with it, and it's sitting again in pon in one of my little DIY self-watering containers. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I vacuumed my Syngonium algo, and I have vacuumed a few plants in its day, and it's just starting to recover now. This is my Hoya rosita, and she's doing very well. She's very happy. And there's another Hoya back there, which I'm going to have to look up the name for. And this here is a philodendron painted lady, and I don't think it's really liking it in here because the leaves are getting stuck. So I might put her back out actually in my greenhouse and see will she do better out there. I think she just kind of gets neglected in here. These are some Peperomia Hope cuttings. I took off of one in my kitchen because it was too long. And in here I just have some string of heart cuttings. This is the Silver Glory, I think it's called. So that is that. So there's the cabinet. I actually love this cabinet. It is my original, and the plants in there are very, very happy. Before I take you out to my greenhouse, guys, I wanted to show you the Cebu Blue that I mounted on, this is cedar board. So you can see the leaves were all turning yellow and they were falling off. So I did add a new cutting down there. And through a process of elimination, I think it was just that my greenhouse was too bright and too hot. So I've brought it in here. It's not really getting any natural light. There's my windows over there. But it is getting light from this IKEA greenhouse and also from this lamp here. So I'm hoping it will do okay. I also have my monstera that I need to repot there as well. So I just wanted to show you. So this was in my greenhouse and I just moved it very recently. So guys, out to my greenhouse. It is so hot out here. It's the afternoon, I don't know, maybe it's probably 4 o'clock-ish, I'd say. And it's still lovely and bright out here, but it's very, very hot. So, in this corner, I love this corner. I have my booby cactus. Look at how big she's getting. This is a variegated euphorbia. And then this is I can't think of the name of this, but it's a very common euphorbia. That is the euphorbia ghost. And this is the euphorbia amac, I think is the name of this one. Down here I have a little agave, which I need to repot. Isn't that cute? And then I have my little pot of cactus, or cacti. So this is where I did have my cebu blue, but I had to move it. So this here is a Epipremnum pinnatum variegata. And you can see there, I did get some fenestrations there, but then I mounted it on here and it stopped fenestrating. But it's starting again. Can you, oh, can I get the light on there? Is it me blocking the light? It is. So there are some little tiny holes. Sorry, this is kind of hard for me to record for you, but now it's starting to get little fenestrations again. So I'm hoping it's going to go all the way up here. It also put out another shoot there. Okay, there you can see it. I also have another Monstera dubia there. So I just thought I'd stick it here and see how it goes. I have the piece of wood, so let's try. Here's my Pastazanum that I imported from Ecuador. And I think this, so I had a look, it isn't bugs, but I think it's just so hot in here. Now I do have a fan that extracts the heat, but I did buy another one which is bigger. I just haven't installed it yet. I may wait now till next year, because obviously I won't need that in the winter, but I think sometimes it gets over 30 degrees, or sorry, over 40 degrees in here. Now I've just opened the door so the temperature would have dropped, but you can see it's 33 degrees, and actually the humidity is only 34, and I do have a humidifier running, but it's just so hot. Whew. But anyway, although the humidity would have dropped when I opened the door. So here we have an Adansonii, and you can see it's hopefully going to climb up this piece of bamboo. And in here I have what I thought was the Florida Ghost, which we are not sure what it is now. And I did tell you before that I have a mame in my greenhouse that's not doing well. Well, this is it. Now there's a new leaf about to open there, so I'm hoping she's going to start behaving herself and doing better. This is a Peru that I forgot to water in here actually for a couple of days, so I just watered this morning. And you can see if I really need to water every day in here. So here is my king, my Anthurium veitchii. Actually, let me just double check that. That actually looks like bug damage, doesn't it? Is that spider mites? Okay guys, I think this might be spider mites. Unfortunately, I can never see spider mites. I have a hard time seeing them. I thought it was overwatered, but now I really don't think that is the case. This is just a chunk, and it hasn't actually rooted yet. Now he did tell me it would come unrooted, but it's really having a hard time rooting, and I actually think, oh no, it didn't. I thought that was the shoot that had died. No, their growth point is still viable, so I'm going to treat everything in here now. This here is a Philodendron gigas, which I imported back in January, and I thought I'd lost them. I really didn't think I'd be able to save them, but I put them in my prop box and I persevered, and you can see there's actually 2 cuttings in there. She has survived. This here is an Anthurium that I imported from Ecuador, and I don't know the name of it. I will put the name up. I never did an unboxing for that one, but I will get the name for you. And this here is my crystallinum that I also imported from Ecuador. It's so hot in here, guys, I'm dying. Okay, this here is my Australis Lisa, which, can you believe, got mealybugs in here. I had obviously an outbreak of mealybugs and I didn't know about it. So I sprayed her down really well, got Q-tips, did the whole business. And then I came in and I noticed that there was mealybugs on her again. So I treated her again, so I'm keeping a close eye. Here's my Hoya Shepherdii, which I actually just repotted. It was very root bound and I love this plant. I've had this for a long time. It's only starting to put out growth now because I used to have it in my laundry room. This is a very sad Tradescantia Nanook. I actually should check this for bugs as well. It's completely and utterly, like, look, root bound. It's just in a bad way. I need to transplant it. Here's my variegated string of pearls, which I got in 2018. They actually came from Crystal Star Nursery, and I think I do need to repot them. They should be much bigger than this. I just kind of have neglected them, I think. I'm just going to show you my succulents. These are the same babies that I've had now for a while. So there's all my cacti babies. There is my Peperomia prostrata. Guys, it's too hot. So there is a cutting of my Pink Princess. Here is, which one is this? This is a black velvet alocasia. Here is my alocasia dragon scale, which the leaves are not as big. Like when I first got it, it was putting out lovely leaves. And again, I think it's just, might be just too hot in here. This place is just, even though they're tropical plants, I don't think they're really loving it. Here's Brantianum, which I was having trouble with, but it's starting to come on now. You can see I have it in pond. This is an Apicia, which needs a lot of water, and I always forget to water. Oh, that's the Syngonium I was missing. Remember I said I had a lovely green Syngonium? So I know what I did to it. I actually overwatered it, but it is coming back. Here is, oh, here's another Brantianum. Again, you see, look, it's so hot in here. I have it in pond. Hopefully it will do better. Scindapsus Moonlight. Trubii Moonlight, which I brought in a good few of these, and I haven't had a huge amount of luck with them. There is a Stramanthe Trio Star. Some Calistophylla. Some Calistophylla, and that was actually, this was gorgeous. This was doing great and I burnt it. It is a lipstick pagoda, but it's coming back. But I put it too close up here. You can see now I now have a sunshade, but before I had the sunshade I put it up and I kind of fried it. Here's my pitcher plant, which I forgot to water for a while, and you can tell they're you know, they are struggling handling the heat in here. This is a Hoya Nicholsonii. This is my Hoya Sunrise, which was doing great, and I put it in this pot. But now I'm actually wondering, is it this metal bar that goes through the pot? Is that affecting it? Because that cutting died and another cutting died. So I'm wondering, is the metal tarnishing the soil? So I'm going to actually take it out of that. Look at this baby though. This baby is flourishing. So this is a Hoya elliptica, but there's two different types. I have two different types of elliptica. This is a flatter, thinner leaf than my other one, and since I put it here, she has just gone crazy. This is my Hoya Sigillatus. I do have a few of these, and I can't even see what she looks like. When I'm editing the video, I'll be able to see what she looks like. I'm hoping she's doing okay there. And oh my gosh, guys, it's so bright. Okay, so here is my string of needles, and you can see she goes, oh, look how far she goes down. She goes down all the way to the ground. Don't mind, that's my little storage area. But she is just doing wonderfully. This is a jade. I think it's, when I got this, the tips of this were bright orange. They were absolutely beautiful. I need to put it in more light. It's just a little shaded where it is in the greenhouse. But it's like it's similar to the Gollum jade, but I do love this one. Right. So here's a birkin that is not happy. So you can see the leaves are tiny compared to the birkin in my dining room, and again I think it's probably just too hot for it in here. So this was my Monstera deliciosa Sport, and I was getting no more variegated leaves out of it, so I cut it back. Now I don't know, so it's putting out new growth. I don't know if it's just me, but it did look like there was like one little streak of variegation on there, but I don't know. So I guess we'll just have to wait for that leaf to come out. And then this was another one that had some variegation on it, and I did the same there. So we'll see if by cutting it will bring out some more variegation. I hope it does. Here is my philodendron Burl Marks, and she just sits there in the corner and gives me no bother whatsoever. Here is my begonia Sophia, and she's doing fine. She did lose a lot of leaves on the bottom, but there's lots of new leaves coming out again. And this is my Aglonema. I don't know what this one's called. Sunrise maybe, or something like that. Look at how red, isn't that beautiful? Look at the colour of that. Just gorgeous. And here is my begonia maculata. So is that everything? Oh, this is a very sad Scindapsus argyrius. It's too hot again out here for this. This is an Anthurium magnificum in one of my self-watering pots, and it's doing lovely. That's a Finlaysonii that I had for 3 years, and I told you guys it never put out any growth, but I put it on, and can you see? There is some new growth there. I'm so excited. I hope that it gets as big a leaf as this one here. So this here is my philodendron micans that I have on a trellis. And look at how well she's doing. Actually, what's going on here? I'm noticing some mottling on the leaves. I don't see anything on the leaves. What is this? Is that a mealybug? A mealybug. Oh my god. You little beeps. So I don't know where I got the mealybugs from. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to treat everything in here again now. I don't think it's mealybugs that cause this mottling. Again, it might just be the heat, right? It might just be the heat in here. Okay, so a good treatment is in order. Better check. Now, how, like, isn't that incredible how a mealybug can just get onto this? I don't know. This is another Epipremnum pinnatum variegata. And here is my Sticks on Fire. And this is a black alocasia, black leaf alocasia, which my friend gave me, and it wasn't doing well, so I put it in palm, and I'm hoping that it's going to come on. So, let me just give you a little look at my babies. And I will definitely be making some modifications in here for next year, because I did not anticipate how hot it would get in here. And there's my swing, and don't mind, I have lots of stuff underneath my swing because I'm too lazy to go downstairs. So there is my greenhouse. So I think this is just a learning process for me. We have to get to know each other better, I think, so I know what does well and what doesn't. Okay, I hope that... Okay guys, all done. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you watched till the end, don't forget to put the green heart emoji in the comments. And I want to wish you all a wonderful week, and thank you again for stopping by.